Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Zombie J here, and I'm bringing you part 2 of listening to every radio within COD Zombies in-game as the developers intended it to be listened to. Before we jump into it, I'm just going to add on to the first video in terms of rules and just a couple other things that I missed within that first video. When it comes to audio in the game, since we are listening to these in-game, whenever like a zombie yells or a character quote happens or plays, it's going to be left in there because I didn't want to take away from the immersion of listening to the radios within the game. So if there is a zombie or a character talking, you're still going to see the subtitles for what's being said within the radio, and I do apologize if it's hard to hear, but I wanted to make the videos this way because I felt like it would add to immersion. Don't get me wrong, I did try to take away from that as much as possible, meaning that whenever I was going to go interact with a radio, I would make sure that I only had one zombie left or that I wasn't in an active fight where it was just going to be chaos. So I did take it into mind a little bit. The second thing, and then we can jump on into it, is when it comes to the actual like gameplay recording, if there's like random stutters or frame drops or issues or anything like that, it's not your YouTube, it's me. It's all on my end. I've been trying to figure out how to get OBS to work properly with my PC system, and just it's not going great. It's not really going that well. So I do apologize if it may be a little hard to watch too, or if it is noticeable, because I play in 120 frames per second, but then have to compress that down to 60 frames for YouTube. So maybe I should switch it up. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, wanted to point that out. So just jumping into it, this is every single radio within Black Ops 1 Zombies. And to start out with 5, it has 0 radios. We do not need to focus on 5 at all. Ignore it. Moving on over to Kino or Toten, it has 3 radios and 3 film reels. The first radio, ironically, if you're playing in solo, will automatically play as you're loading the game. If you don't skip the intro kind of like cutscene, Richtofen talking, that is a radio that contributes to storyline. So here it is.
Entry 741021! Perhaps this station will hold the key to the real goals of Group 935. I still do not trust my unconventional allies, but they are of great use to me. But I digress. Who would have thought the MDT was capable of time travel? How many stations does this group have? Where did that little girl disappear to? Only time will tell what new questions await us in this theater of the damned.
For the second radio, it's going to be found inside the chandelier within the main theater room. If you cook a grenade and throw it up there, or if you have something where you can kind of see inside the chandelier and hit it that way, then there you go, it's there.
Timeline for deployment can be accelerated, given the progress we have made in the past 2 weeks. If patient 26 can return to persons longer than 26 hours, we will have the process.
For this third radio, if you make your way outside and look through this zombie barrier next to Double Tap on the left side, if you kind of look at this building that looks like a guard tower, I really highly suggest getting a sniper for this because the radio is going to be on top of that building and it's going to be really hard to see without the sniper.
Another setback. Patient 26 was killed this morning in the field test. He lost control and attacked one of our handlers. His injuries were minor, but patient 26 was destroyed. The break-in programming coincided with the flashing lights and loud noises of the fire alarm in the test facility. One moment. What is it?
Now we're going to go over the film reels within Kino because each time you use one, there's going to be a radio that ends up playing for you. Plus, you're also going to get some actual footage to play on the projector screen. So it's a double whammy here, and I'm going to go over it with you. There's 3 film reels and there's 4 rooms. Each one of the rooms are going to be Samantha's room, an evil version of Samantha's room, a dentist's kind of operating room, and then a room from the Pentagon. It's going to be kind of a meeting room. Now, considering that there's 4 rooms and only 3 film reels, one room in every game is not going to have a film reel, but each room does have 3 different spawn locations for each of the film reels. So starting out with Samantha's room, the first one can either be on this table right here, on the bed in the middle, or it can be on the left side of this chair. In the evil version of Samantha's room, it's going to be leaning up against the knocked over table in the same spot on the bed, or it can now be on the window sill. Inside the dentist's operating room, it's going to be on top of the cart, or it can be on the back left of the chair on top of the countertop in between the 2 towels, or it can be on the front right of the chair and on this countertop that has nothing on it. For the Pentagon meeting room, the film reel is either going to spawn on the main table on this corner on top of the TV monitor, or it'll be directly underneath the projector on the cart. In solo, you can only hold 1 film reel at a time, but in co-op, each person in your game can hold one, so it makes it easier for having to take less trips. And by less trips, I mean going to Pack-a-Punch, because in order to get to each one of these rooms that I just mentioned to you, you have to get to Pack-a-Punch, and then when you're teleporting back to the main map from Pack-a-Punch, you have a chance to be sent to one of these 4 rooms. Each time you pick up the film reel, you are going to have to go back to the Pack-a-Punch room and then interact with the projector that's there in order to get the dialogue to play. But anyway, here are all 3 of the radios in a row.
The test subjects have been undergoing treatment for 5 days with little progress. I have been assured that given time, the programming will take hold. In the past weeks, we have made great strides in breaking through to their subconscious. I have had the projectionist make edits to the film. These changes have been very effective.
Ready!
Subject 26 has had a breakthrough. He is responding to the treatment and following basic instructions. The violent outbursts have been greatly reduced, and given time, we feel this method of treatment will be 100% effective in most cases.
Hey, so I'm recording this after the fact for Kino or Toten, and I realized that there is an extra radio for Kino, but it can only be heard when playing the Wii version of the game, and it's not something you can activate per se, but when you're standing underneath the chandelier in Kino, you'll be able to hear some audio from basically the Industrial Revolution, but for China, and it was a great inspiration for Die Rise, or it at least talks about some of the events that are happening around the same time as Die Rise. Again, you can only get this audio to play in the Wii version of the game, and I don't own a Wii, so I have no way of capturing this footage for you. So here's some gameplay from when I played Kino, but I had to rip the audio from another video on YouTube. I'm going to leave X-Ray's video down in the description as well as his channel and leave them linked. So if you want to go watch his video on it, then go for it, but otherwise, here's the radio.
These villagers were portrayed in propaganda films as happy and highly motivated, although in fact, they were soon to suffer a terrible moral and physical collapse. Tens of thousands of people died as a result of industrial accidents in the hazardous conditions they were made to work in. The Communist Party came up with a crude calculation that every worker will build 1 meter of canal and the project will end in 3 months. Yet it actually took more than 10 years to finish the canal. During the Great Leap Forward, factory workers' hours were doubled, and machines began to work non-stop. They were not even allowed to stop for maintenance and repairs, and so soon began to fall apart. Factories were ruined. At the same time, Mao announced another target for the Great Leap Forward. Steel production was to be doubled within 1 year. That production was not only from heavy industry complexes, but also from small furnaces and villages. As a result of communist ideology, Mao believed that workers' power held a magical force. With that decision, tens of millions of Chinese set out to produce steel by amateur methods. Everything made of iron they could find, from doorknobs to saucepans, was melted down in primitive furnaces in an effort to produce steel. Women cut off their hair and mixed it with the clay in the furnaces.
Moving on over to Ascension, there's going to be 6 radios here, but you have to interact with each of these radios in the exact order that I show you and tell you right now, because if you don't, the radios are not going to be spawned in. Like if you try to go to radio 3 before you've hit radio 2, it just won't be there. The first radio is going to be in between these 2 concrete barriers underneath the lunar landing pad next to PhD.
Convey my sincere gratitude to you for that. But on to business. I am pleased to report that all projects are running smoothly again after recent personnel changes. As I had previously mentioned, Yuri Zavoysky is a brilliant scientist, but he has so far proven incapable of handling Project Mercury, or as you call it, the Gersh device. And so, due to numerous delays and setbacks, I have sadly been forced to transfer Yuri to the 8K64-A experiments. I have decided that your nephew should take his place. I look forward to working with him directly. Yuri's incident with the Casimir mechanism leaves no doubt in my mind that this is the right decision. The explosion caused the mechanism significant damage. It will take time to remanufacture all of the parts, unless some of them can be salvaged.
If you make your way over to the lunar landing pad that's next to Stamina Up, it's going to be on the left side of this truck inside of this crate, kind of outside the map.
Rockets. He transfers me to work on rockets. These experiments require no finesse, no imagination. My intellect is ill-served blasting a bunch of monkeys into the atmosphere. But I can't fight Gersh over this. I was able to hold on to my teeth. Some after-hours research. No one else really understands what Project Mercury is capable of. Until then, this lab will have to do. Wait, is it a Matryoshka doll? Is someone at the child?
The third radio will be back in spawn next to the centrifuge. It'll be on the first floor in between these boxes and barrels.
Found the box today. Some Rebenka left his teddy bear in it. A disgusting and filthy toy. Who keeps bringing their child onto this base? Thank God they did not take the diary. The things I've learned about element. I'll have to conduct this research on my own, away from the destructive hands of Gersh. His research into Project Mercury has stalled, but will he be transferred? I doubt it. As long as Project remains on track, his friends, I must be small.
Radio number 4 will be located inside of the Pack-a-Punch room, and if you don't know how to get there, I do have a guide on my channel, but once you do get in there, it's going to be located to the right side of Pack-a-Punch, underneath the catwalk you're standing on. It's kind of on top of this, like, steel beam.
I assure you that our craft will be far superior to whatever the Americans, or should I say, Canadians, are developing. Finally, Project Thunder is nearing completion. My staff has assured me that the remaining issues of the effective range and power cell size will be solved within the next few months. Oh, and also, you should know that Dr. Zavoysky does not appear to be adjusting to his new position. He has been hostile towards the other scientists, at least more than usual, and has frequently been seen muttering to himself. The transition must have been hard for him, but if he does not learn his place soon, I may require another, more competent scientist to replace him.
The 5th radio can be found to the left side of Speed Cola. It's going to be on top of these servers next to the Matryoshka doll.
He's laughter in my head. Always in my head. I can't find her. I can't. Oh, I can't stop it. Keep it out. Why won't she leave me alone? Calm down, Yuri. Calm down. No, I won't. Shut up, stop. You stop. Fine. Okay. I will.
For this final radio, it's going to be on the right side of Stamina Up, tucked behind this concrete debris. It'll be kind of like tucked in the corner.
This had better be good, Yuri. The fact that you are in this lab again is reason enough to have you permanently removed. You've done anything that will ruin it. Do not worry. You will not be disappointed. In fact, I'm sure you won't forget it. But I can't take all the credit. If you will do
Call of the Dead has 5 radios, and jumping on into that first one, it's going to be found inside of the like garage where Stamina Up is located. If you go to the right side underneath this garage door, if you lay down and interact with it, you can get it that way.
Log entry 1471. Date September 2nd, 1845. Diary. Another day, another fair. This time, subject N3WP just slightly into the Russian subject still smells like urine, even after he was given a bath and deloused twice. I think I might have killed the specimen from Mexico. His spleen is on the floor, and he's not moving anymore. I can verify with certainty, however, that the barrier is not located in the spleen. Dr. Continue no matter the cost. I wonder what he might think of the experiment. Girl. Nice! Drop that! That's my spleen!
The second one is at the very top of the lighthouse to the right side of the mystery box location.
Log entry 1472. Date September 10th, 1945. Dear Diary, today was a good day. The swelling has subsided. The ice helps. They made liverwurst for lunch. It was... I still have not had any luck reprogramming any of the live specimens. Dr. The key to unlocking the human mind will be more easily discovered on someone who isn't dead yet. I am not convinced. The army is stored until I can break this trust barrier. Oh, apparently someone in security found a spy in the group. They are delivering him from place the one that I broke.
For this third radio, if you go into the middle of the ship where it's split in half and you go underneath the MP40 wall by into the water, it's going to be directly in the corner right here.
Log entry 1473. Date September 17th, 1940. Diary. Today is dirty Nazi.
Oh my God, I got to get the hell out of this water.
That's freak. Nine. I think so, American. I suppose this must be the replacement special. Time to get to work. Hit him again with the stick.
For the fourth radio, if you make your way over to double tap and you look at it, it'll be on the right side sitting on top of these barrels and crates.
Log entry 1474. Date September 20th, 1945. Dear Diary, it would seem that the OSS realized that we captured one of their spies. They tried to send a rescue team into Beirut. That was all first batch of 10 subjects. I suspect there are other moles in the organization. Dr. Harvey Ena and Dr. Peter McKay, to be precise. Dr. McKay include any Americans in Group 935, no matter how much genius they had. Stupid Americans with their apple pies and baseball and children. But I digress. The new American test subject is interesting and muscular. His intellect seems low, but his will is strong. Like others, he doesn't seem to know who he is.
Shit day in
Unlike the others, he keeps breaking the restraints and yelling at them. Test subject N3WP is still staring at the floor, muttering what sounds like some kind of proverb over and over again. I think his mind may have been destroyed by the process. Oh well. The Russian subject recently began responding to stimuli, but only after injecting him with a new serum made primarily from vodka. Perhaps this is a breakthrough we've been waiting.
For this final radio within Call of the Dead, if you make your way down the ice slide towards Speed Cola and you keep following that tunnel all the way straight, if you eventually reach the water, then you'll see the radio on the other side. You'll have to get into the water and jump around a bit, activate it, and then jump back to land.
Log entry 1475. Date October 1st, 1945. Dear Diary, as for the control group test, they have been put on hold. Recently, I discovered that does not plan mass producing the DD2 as is for him. If If he won't move those plans forward, then I will continue following his dream of an undead army. He doesn't deserve his perch of power. He doesn't know what to do with it. And I know just what to do with him. And I'll take care of that little brat when I get a chance to.
Now, this is not a radio, but it does give you some pretty decent backstory to Call of the Dead and why it's taking place and happening. So I thought I would throw this in here as a bonus, but I also don't know if this works in co-op. I know for a fact that in solo, if you leave the game or if you die in the game, you're going to get this pretty dope cutscene.
Years ago, I did research for a World War II movie. I came across some old Nazi documents. I couldn't believe what I was reading. Element 115, necromancers, raising the dead, real creepy stuff.
We're completely surrounded! Come on!
The coolest thing? Some of that crazy shit happened right here.
The next map we have on the list for today is Shangri-La, and we're doing it in Black Ops 3 because this one you actually have to do the Easter egg, and I didn't have another 3 people who wanted to do the Easter egg with me because this was one of those ones that you had to have 4 people to do it. So there's a solo mod for BO3 within the workshop on Steam. I just used that to do it, so all of this footage is just from that. Either way, it's the exact same because all of the radio locations are the same between the 2 games, so it shouldn't matter. It's just graphically different, and I got to at least speed through it. Real quickly, before I start showing you these locations, I'm going to be showing you what step I was doing via text on screen, so that way you know exactly what radio and what step correlate to each other, because certain radios won't spawn in until you have reached a certain milestone within the Easter egg. So I just want to throw that out there. And I'm also going to be using the steps that I put in my guide, which I'll leave linked in the description. So if it looks different from someone else's, that's why. It's because I laid it out differently. For this first radio, you don't actually have to have any steps completed in the Easter egg. It'll just be there right when you spawn, and all you have to do is leave spawn on the left side looking at Quick Revive and follow this path. Once you get to here, it'll be sitting on the corner of this building or monument, whatever it is, I don't know.
The heat and humidity is just excruciating. According to the locals, the temple should be in this mountain range just up this river. Gary, do you hear that? A waterfall. We must be close. Hand me the binoculars. There is a structure up ahead. If this is truly a gateway to Argotha, my work will finally be validated.
Brock, I don't think this place is abandoned.
Don't be silly. This place has to be thousands of years old. I have found some unfinished carvings around the structure I can't make out. They do look like... Wait, what is this?
Pay attention! That gutterball stole our stuff!
What the hell was that? Why is the sky dark?
It's an eclipse. We must have...
Run! What are those things?
Zombies. We have to find another way.
Zombies? What are you talking about?
The writings must have been right. No! Don't touch that! Damn! Take a look around and try to find a way out.
I got nothing.
We will have to conserve our supplies. Take your shoes off and hand me your socks. I have been trapped in the temple structure for days. Gary is dead, and I don't see a way out of here. I can still hear the zombies outside. I fear this is my last recording, as the battery is about to die, and I will soon follow. One thing I can be certain of is that glove...
The second radio can be found after completing step 3, and that's going to be the water slide step. But when you do have it completed, if you go to the right side of the water slide at the top, it's going to be on top of this rock.
That did it! His leg is free and the way is clear. Let's get moving. We're moving through a small network of tunnels. This appears to be some sort of aqueduct system. And Unless this was carved out at a much later...
The third radio can be found inside of the tunnel that is where you need to bring a napalm zombie for step 5, or if you don't know about that or don't really know about the Easter egg, it's also where one of the pads is for Pack-a-Punch. This radio won't spawn in until after you complete step 4 or the crystal ball step.
We're moving through a small network of tunnels. This appears to be some sort of aqueduct system. Unless this was carved out at a much later...
Holy crap!
We need to start digging and get past this cave-in! Well, we lucked out on that.
I wouldn't classify any of this as lucky.
Well, we are still alive.
Another dead end.
Well, at least we're safe for now.
Cover your ears! There is a loud sound!
For this fourth radio, it's going to be found after completing step 5 or the napalm zombie step, and it's going to be found inside the water near this waterfall. It's also kind of right in front of the entrance to this tunnel, but it's in the water.
Let's get out of here before spikes shoot out of the walls and the floors open up to a pit of lava.
This place is lovely. The architecture is not what I expected to see. It's more of an interpretation.
What the hell's wrong with you? This place doesn't kill us, the freaking undead will. We're stuck in some kind of trap-filled temple of death, surrounded by a horde of undead, and you were talking about the rugs not matching the curtains. If you don't...
Well, this is unfortunate.
Yeah, I rest my case.
The walls are too slippery to climb. I can see its hue about halfway up the side of the well, but we can't reach it.
What the... I think something just swam past my leg.
Where?
I don't know.
Here's where it differs a little bit between BO1 and BO3. After completing step 6, in BO3 it's going to be the TripMine step, and in BO1 it's going to be the SpikeMore step. You're going to get the radio to spawn at the top of the minecart. It'll be sitting on top of this wooden box in the corner.
Yes! We can reach the top!
I can see the outside.
Thank heavens we are finally out of the wretched catacombs.
It's still a full eclipse.
Yes, it is very strange. I've been thinking about those unfinished carvings we saw before the eclipse occurred, and can't help but think they hold some sort of key in all this. We should investigate the stepped pyramid for some clues.
I think we should get the hell out of here while we have the chance.
We are so close to proving the existence of...
I probably should have mentioned that there's going to be 8 radios, but either way, the next radio is going to be found after you complete step 7, which is the wall tiles step. And this radio is going to be found in the exact same spot as the last radio, so by the minecart on top of the crate.
I can see the outside.
Thank heavens we are finally out of the wretched catacombs.
It's still a full eclipse.
Yes, it is very strange. I've been thinking about those carvings we saw before the eclipse. Give me a moment.
Oh, jeez, man, do we really need to do this now?
Yes, they do match the pictures from the tattoo. It's a code. 16, 1, 3, 4. This doesn't mean much. Perhaps the answer lies inside that step.
Radio number 7 is going to be found after completing step 8, which is the mudroom dials step, and this radio is going to be found at the base of Pack-a-Punch, where the stairs would normally be if you were trying to go up there. It'll be sitting on top of this concrete statue that's kind of like sticking out of the ground.
We have made it inside the top of the temple. I can see an antechamber through a crack in the wall, but there is no way to get inside. It's completely enclosed.
If we had a stick of dynamite, I could get us in there.
Well, unless you brought some, I think we're not getting any further.
I had some in my bag, but dropped it when we were attacked by that horde of zombies. By the look of it out there, we're not going to be able to stroll around looking for it.
So close to the answers.
We need to get the hell out of here before it's too late.
For the 8th and final radio, it's going to be found after completing the entire Easter egg, or Step 10, which is the focusing stone step, and it's going to appear at the base of Pack-a-Punch again, pretty much in the same spot, just in the center, a little more to the left, but it won't be there until Pack-a-Punch disappears, or the water washes down again and it's mud.
I am now entering the antechamber. I see some sort of altar, and there is a rock suspended above it. This is just wonderful. An inscription.
Stop it! I just got these boots!
Then, ripped open. Take an action. The rock above the altar seems to be suspended in thin air. I'm going to remove it now.
We've been in this jungle for days and haven't seen any sign of this hidden temple.
Cannot give up. It has to be here.
I can't shake this feeling like we're going in circles.
We should get to higher ground and take a look. The heat and humidity is just excruciating. According to the locals, the temple should be in this mountain range just up this river. Gary, do you hear that? A waterfall. We must be close. Hand me the binoculars. There is a structure up ahead. If this is truly a gateway to Argatha, my work will finally be validated.
Moving on to our next map, which is going to be Moon, and this is going to be a pretty long one, so crack open a cold one and sit back because we're going to get started. There's 5 audio reels, or I'm sorry, I fucked up. There's 6 audio reels and there's 5 radios, but the audio reels have like a lot of different locations that they can spawn in, but the radios are set locations. So I'm going to go through the radios first and then we'll go through the audio reels. Starting out with this first radio, it can be found directly underneath the spawn room going towards Tunnel 11. It'll be kind of like out on the moon rocks over in the corner.
Log entry 38, date December 4, 1939. The matter transference prototype is prepared for test run number 151. We have now reduced our test subject's mass to prove that this is possible. Dr. Schuster, please give an overview.
Yes, Dr. Richtofen. We have the new test subject, a walnut, weighing in at 10 grams. The target platform is now at 3 feet with no obstructions. We have 1 microgram of the element which, according to our calculations, will be entirely used up during tests.
Excellent, Dr. Schuster. Commence test number 151.
Yes, Doctor. Please, insert your earplugs.
Good God. We've done it.
We have powered up the prototype and have moved a walnut directly from the prototype device into the receiving device. It moved instantly. It
teleported. Get me Dr. Maxis immediately.
The second radio can be found as you make your way into the labs coming from the power room. If you look to the window that's directly on the right as soon as you enter the labs, you have to break it open using a grenade or a QED or something like that. And it's going to be literally sitting inside of the scaffolding.
EES required.
But this is not the crucial experiments that you are supposed to be working on.
With all due respect, Dr. Maxis, this is a breakthrough of unimaginable proportions.
What? That you moved a walnut a few feet? Yes, Edward. We will improve the human condition by revolutionizing the walnut industry. I can see it now. Edward's walnut delivery.
Don't be obtuse.
How dare you call me that? We are at war, Edward. I will admit that there is promise here. But until this war is won...
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Maxis, but Group 935 is a
Need the juice!
What was the motto? to improve the human condition? What business of ours is this war?
Fine, Dr. Richtofen. I will let you in on a little administrative secret. We are finalizing a deal with the Nazi Party. We need funding. We need equipment. They need new weapons. Chances are this war will end soon with a treaty or two, and we will be in a much better position to help the world.
Are you certain this won't cause massive defections? We have scientists from all over the world working with us.
That is why it is with the utmost confidence that I share this with you. No one will know of this. This is simply the breaking of an egg to make an omelet.
Think of the tactical advantage we would have.
Think of the cost. Think of the time. We can provide the Nazis technical expertise in various areas without putting all our eggs in your walnut basket. Good day, Edward, and get back to your real work. Bloody jerk.
I ain't a good jumper anyway. Why am I jumping so slowly?
No matter. We'll do this on our own and publish the findings before he has a chance to.
You're not suggesting that Dr. Maxis would steal this technology and perfect it without us, are you?
I would by no means discourage that thought. Great scientists must stick together and achieve great science.
This third radio sucks a little bit because you have to get low gravity inside of Tunnel 6. So that means you have to get Excavator Pi to be active and come over and depressurize Tunnel 6. When you get that to happen, if you leave spawn through Tunnel 6, when you get to this door, if you jump in low gravity to this pipe, the radio will be sitting on top of that pipe.
Gentlemen, for 2 long years we have toiled here and at Eagle's Nest to build our fortifications. For 2 long years we have taken equipment to build up our labs. For 2 long years we have worked under Group 935, believing that Dr. Maxis truly wants to help the world. For 2 long years we've led a double life. Today, that all ends. I bring to you what this project is all about. What I have worked to keep from my enemy. What is it, Dr. Rickson? Looks alien. It is an ancient drill machine. And you, Dr. Groff, are now the lead scientist here at Griffin Station. You...
I ain't a good jumper anyway. Why am I jumping so slowly?
What it does. 9, Dr. Groff. I know what it does. It has a direct connection to another dimension. Preposterous. No more preposterous than teleporting all of this gear to the moon or to building Griffin Station.
Armless. That's gotta be a bitch.
How do you know what it does? I have found many interesting real artifacts here. I have decoded some of their language. All signs point to this device being a stable gateway to the ether.
Dr. Richtofen, I'm aware of a project being run by Dr. Maxis at Doris concerning Brill.
As am I. I am going back to my post at Group 935 to continue the charade. I will be finding out just how much information Dr. Maxis has on Brill. Once the machine is operational, I will enact my plan and return. Gentlemen, let the games begin. So loud.
For the fourth radio, if you make your way outside where Mule Kick is on this crane in the, like, directly in front of the door that you went outside from, if you just jump in low gravity, you'll be able to hit it. It's just suspended on the crane.
Entry 42. Date, January 4, 1940. Dr. Schuster and I, despite mounting pressure from Dr. Maxis, have continued working on the matter transference prototype. We have made great strides in the last 30 days and are ready for our first human subject. If our calculations are correct, we will send a test subject, me, to the receptacle station sitting 30 yards away. Behind a
my shin!
Are you certain you want to do this, Dr. Richtofen?
Nein, Dr. Schuster. But this must be done. Quickly, put in your earplugs and power the machine. this? How very unexpected. Dr. Schuster? Hello? There. I can see now. Oh my God. I'm standing in a circular cave, surrounded by some kind of machinery. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. It looks almost alien in nature. There's a pyramid structure in the center of the room. I'm going to try not to carefully touch it. Ah! Static electricity. It's smooth to the touch. Very cold. Not a speck of dust. Might be hollow. The chamber is quite large. I see what looks like capacitors in the ceiling of the chamber, but there are no obvious connections to anything electrical. What is this place? Dr. Schuster? Is that you? Dr. Schuster? Look at this. It appears to be covered in some kind of hieroglyphic language. I've not seen anything like it before. Why are you whispering to me? There's no need for that. Glass is loose. Do you hear that? It sounds like... My God! What happened? I seem to be in some kind of jungle. I can't be certain of where I am.
This last radio sucks because you need to go into the biodome with Jug. Keep that in mind, with Jug, and you need to use the jump pads. Now, if you go over to where PhD is and you take this jump pad to this jump pad, and then you take that one to this one, and then you fall off of it, you'll find the radio on this steel beam right here, and you'll just need to interact with it as you're falling. That's why this one sucks though, because if you don't have Jug and you're in solo, you will go down, or if you don't have quick revive, you will die.
Log entry 43, date January 23rd, 1940. I cannot be certain what happened to Dr. Richtofen once the test was commenced. He just disappeared from the machine into thin air. I have searched the area for days and have no evidence that he is anywhere. I am afraid I might have to scrap the...
Not scrap anything. We've done something. Something wondrous. Shh. Do you hear them?
Dr. Richtofen, you're alive.
I'm more than alive, Mr. Schuster. Is the device still intact?
Yes, but what happened to you?
Ah, something wonderful. That chamber. That's incredible. The wonders we can learn.
What are you talking about? Are you all right?
Get in the matter transference prototype, Dr. Schuster. We have worked.
Next, we're going to go over the audio reels, and these are some sort of special because there's only 6 of them, but there's 11 different locations for them, and when you find one of them, you have to use it before you can find another. So there's only one spawned in at a time, and each time you want to find one, you'll have to go check the other 10 locations every single time. Well, process of elimination. Don't check ones you've already found one in. But yeah, in order to use these, you have to come up to the 2nd floor of the labs, and directly on the left side wall, you're going to find this machine right here, and you just need to interact with it while holding the audio reel, and it will take it away from you and start playing the audio. So let's go through all 11 locations right now. I'm just going to start from spawn and work my way in a circle going all the way around. So starting in spawn, if you look at quick revive on the right side of it next to the mystery box location, the first audio reel can be found on this crate. The second audio reel can be found in spawn on the right side of the computer needed for the Easter egg, like way later on. If you go into tunnel 6 coming from spawn, if you go to the furthest left corner, if you look at this zombie window, it'll be kind of in this crevice right here on the left side. The next spawn can be on this desk in the power room near all the computers. The next one after that can be found on the left side of the computers, furthest away from the mystery box. It'll be on this back left corner directly in front of the mystery box. If you're looking at the power switch on the left side leaning up against the power connectors, it'll be right there in the corner. If you go up into the labs coming from the power room, inside of the airlock, if you look or if you turn around and look down in the bottom right corner, it'll be right there in the airlock. If you keep going into the labs and you take a hard left and you look at this desk right here, it could be sitting right in the corner closest to the door. Entering tunnel 11 from the power room, if you take a hard left after leaving the airlock, if you see this server right here on the right side on top of the radio, that could be another spawn. If you look to the right and see a zombie spawn and then look to the right again, you'll see two servers, and another spawn could just be on the floor to the right of those two servers. While still inside of tunnel 11, if you go into the room just before leaving to go outside, another spawn could be sitting on this desk in the middle of the room. So when you found one of the audio reels, then go to the machine, insert it, listen to the recording, and then go find your next one. So without further ado, let's listen to all 6 of them.
Log 1075. Dr. Schuster and I have spent countless hours with the pyramid device in an attempt to understand how it functions. We have made little progress until now. Today, we uncovered what looks to be some kind of tank with a glass-like front. The glass itself seems...
I've got you now, rat.
Kill it, Schuster.
Did you see that?
Look, the capacitor is illuminated. The tank is filling.
The machine. It seems to be activated. What did you do?
I think we just discovered what powers this machine.
Station, this is Eagle's Nest. Status update, over.
Hello, Doctor. We have the shipment and are carrying out your orders. It's grim work, Doctor.
All in the name of science, Dr. Gruff. Continue until the tanks are full.
Yes, Doctor. May God have mercy on us all. Eagle's Nest, this is Griffin Station. We have an update. Over.
Dr. Groff, have you made any progress?
Yes, Doctor. The machine is ready and awaiting the conduit.
Very good. I will proceed with Operation Shield and join you shortly.
Security Protocol 935.
Yes. I will dispose of Dr. Maxis and that little brat personally. Do not touch anything.
Mr. Schuster, report.
The tanks are full and the shields are down. The machine is humming nicely.
Good. And what of the shipment?
Most are buried outside of the base. The live ones we've sent back to Kustva Postum.
Excellent. There's nothing left but to wait for Dr. Richtoff's return.
Perhaps this is a good time to work on my low-gravity putting in the biodome.
Yes. A little leisure time would...
Intruder detected. Receiving bay. This is not a...
Security, report.
This is not
What? Can you repeat?
She's coming right toward them.
Get her!
Get back here!
Nein! Do not let her! Damn it! Dr. Schuster, find a way to get her out of the pyramid. I will contact Edward and let him know there has been an incident.
How did she end up there? No matter. I know what must be done. In the meantime, see if you can find Dr. Maxis. Perhaps he can talk some sense into her.
Did you not deal with him already?
Yes. But if the child ended up there, then Maxis must be somewhere too. Find him.
How do you propose?
Dr. Groth, I cannot do everything for you. I leave this in your capable hands. There is much to be done.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh, and Groth?
Yes.
I keep an eye out for an evil-looking dog while you're at it.
I hope this works. Schuster, power it up.
Systems nominal. Accessing the device. Interface via MTD active. Accessing MTD. MTD integrity check nominal. Awaiting input.
Excellent. Bring the sample.
Analyzing MTD. Creating profile.
Edvard? Where are we? And how did you get me out of that wretched...
None of that is important right now. Allow me to fill you in.
Samantha, honey, Daddy is here. Come, dear, please. Open the machine. Daddy will not let them hurt you anymore. Honey, Daddy knows he's made some mistakes. I am truly sorry that you were put through so much. When your mother died, I could not bear the thought of losing you, too. That's why I kept you so close. I did not mean to neglect you. I just wanted to know you were safe from harm.
Daddy!
I love you, Samantha.
I love you too, Daddy.
Can you do something for me? Something very important.
Yes.
Kill them all. We are doomed.
BO1 also re-released the World at War maps into the game, so we're gonna go through those right now, but just fair warning, I do want to point out a mistake that I made in my previous video where I said that Verrückt in BO1 did have a spare radio. It does not. I lied. I didn't know. I guess I just missed it. I thought there was for some reason. That was a completely different thing. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the point is, Nocturne Toten doesn't have any radios, Verrückt doesn't have any radios, and neither does Doris. So the only bonus map we have here is Shi-No-Numa, and there's only one radio, so let's get on to it. There's 4 radios around the map that you need to find. The first 3 that I'm going to tell you are the most important because the final one is where you're going to hear the audio from, and it's going to be in spawn. So I'll just reiterate that in a second. The first of the 3 radios can be found inside the storage hut. It'll be on the right side, sitting on top of these barrels. The second one can be found inside the comms room. It'll be on the right side in the back room, sitting on one of these shelves right here. And the third and final one can be found inside the doctor's quarters, or more so on the porch of the doctor's quarters on the right side. It'll be sitting on top of a box. As soon as you interact with the third one, which I recommend the third one being the doctor's quarters one because it has the least amount of ambient noise in the area. As soon as you interact with that third one, run all the way back upstairs into spawn, and you will then be able to hear the audio from this radio. I tried as best as I could to get there as fast as I could. You'll still see the subtitles synced up even if you can't hear it, but eventually you will be able to.
The DG Thomas have overloaded the teleporter, ripping space time, backtracing us to the future. How wonderful!
There's my vodka. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, come on, Tax. Suck it up and walk it off.
That is gonna about do it for this video. If you want to see more like this, or if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments, or anything else you want to see, let me know down in the comments. I'm always down for whatever, but I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. Catch you guys on the flip side.